Hi, I'm Tim Clark with Gasville, USA. Today we're going to take a look at this beautiful 1969 Oldsmobile 442. Now this 442 still retains the numbers matching 400 engine. By numbers matching, I mean the engine unit number matches the body VIN. Other features include the 4-speed manual transmission, 12-bolt rear end, power steering, power disc and drum brakes, tilt steering, power front windows, and aftermarket vintage air, heat, and air conditioning. The original working AM radio is still in place, and the instrument panel includes the full gauge cluster, including tachometer. I was told by the previous owner that this 442 has a little over 27,000 original miles, and the current title shows it as actual miles. During this video, we're going to start by doing a test drive. Then we'll inspect the exterior with a walk around, plus check out the window regulators, door locks, and door alignments. Then the exterior lighting. After that, we'll start at the front of the car and work our way back. We'll look at the engine compartment, start the engine, and run the air conditioning. Then we'll move to the interior and also inspect the dash and the instrument panel. Moving back, we'll check out the trunk, spare tire, and jack. Then we'll finish up by checking out the beautiful detailed under chassis. So let's get started. Well, I've been looking forward to shooting this test drive video for some time. Now, before I purchased the car, obviously I drove the car a lot, and I loved it. Since purchasing, I've also driven the car several times, and I still love it. Now I want to show you how nice this car drives. You know, there's just nothing like driving a true American icon muscle car, a 1969 Oldsmobile 442. Of course, it's got the 400 numbers matching engine. Now, when I say matching numbers, I mean the engine unit number matches the body VIN number. Behind that, got the 4-speed transmission, the 12-bolt posi track, power steering, power disc and drum brakes, tilt steering, and also the aftermarket vintage air. So with that, let's just go ahead and get started. I just had a ball driving this 442. I hope you enjoyed the video. The car performed really, really nice. You know, this may be a car I need to keep for me. I'm not sure. I already have a keeper, but I don't know. Maybe it's time for a change. But regardless, the test drive went fabulous. The engine has a lot of performance. I love the 4-speed and the shifter, just like butter. I mean, nice and tight, but smooth. The Positrack 12-bolt rear end, great. I'll go through all the gauges. I stopped and got gas, and yes, I can confirm that the gas gauge works. The temperature gauge was right at the middle between, it's not in degrees, it's the factory pod. So between cold and hot, it just hovered right in the middle. The oil pressure gauge, same thing, good oil pressure. The speedometer works great, so did the tachometer. I used the air conditioner. It's a pretty hot day today, and I wanted to check out the air conditioner. So rolled up the window, turned on the AC, nice, cool cruising. Speaking of cool, even though it's a warm day today, and I did a little bit of a performance test, and I ran the air conditioner, the aluminum radiator with the dual fans kept the engine nice and cool. No issues. The steering was nice and tight and very responsive. The brakes were really good. It did not pull one way or the other. You know, it braked nice and straight. Not really sure what else to tell you. Just enjoyable, nice American icon muscle car drive. There's just nothing else like it. Let's take a moment and check out the doors, door locks, and windows. Doors are aligned very nice. They just snap shut. Locks work great. And of course, you can lock it with a key as well. Now, even though they look like standard manual windows, the front are actually power. And the switch is the handle. So right here. So that's up and down. And this is a switch for the passenger side. And the rear window. Now this is manual. And let's check out the passenger side. Again, the doors just snap shut really nice. The door locks. And just like the driver's door, you can lock it with the key as well. And the windows. Again, it's a power window, and the switch is what appears to be the handle. And the rear, which is manual. Okay, let's do a cold start on this 442. Now let's go ahead and turn the air conditioner on. Let's take a look at the dash and instrument panel for the 442. We'll start on the left, and we've got 3 pods. The far left pod is the gas gauge, oil pressure gauge, and a water temperature gauge. Also a generator light and an emergency brake light. I'll turn the key on so you can see those. Both illuminate fine. Actually, all the gauges work great. In the center pod, right here, is the speedometer and the odometer. The odometer shows 27,238 miles. I was told by the previous owner that is original miles, and there is a title with that mileage documented on it. Over on the left, or excuse me, on the right over here, is what some people refer to as the tick-tock-tack. It's a clock with a tachometer around the outside ring. Now, in full disclosure, probably twice I've seen it, should we say, get stuck at about 2,000 RPM. It would go higher, but on the way down to 0, it would stop on 2,000. I don't know why, and generally it works great. Right now it's sitting on 0 because it's not running. Actually, let's just start it up and check it. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually see this because my camera's rather far away, and the tachometer shows right at 950 RPM because the engine is cold. I'll see there, I got stuck just for a moment at about 2,200 RPM and then came down. Just wanted to disclose that. Generally it works fine, but I have seen it a couple times get stuck. Actually, while it's running, I'll go ahead and operate the air conditioner. It's aftermarket vintage air. So right here. multiple fan speeds. And you can choose between the dash and start sliding over to the floor and up to the windshield for defroster. And it's nice that you can get a nice combination of these. And then of course in the cold winter months, you just go over to your heater. Let's see, also with it running, well, I don't really need it running for this. I'll just shut this off. And the windshield wipers, turn the key on. Actually, it was misting out just a moment, so we got a little bit of moisture on the windshield. That's low and high. Back to low and off. Let's see, I love the tilt steering. I believe this is factory. Sure, certainly looks factory. I really like the tilt steering. And I really like the original style steering wheel. Very nice. Let's see, also, it might take me a minute to tune in a station, but it has the original AM radio, which does work.
Then you would have a better opportunity. Political people make votes, take votes based on what they think is the...
So that's a local radio
station. In
station.
other words, what is the best thing for the masses of the people?
Also, the 4-speed transmission, I really like this 442 shifter ball. Very cool. Anyway, beautiful center console with a Hurst shifter. I've already demonstrated the power windows in another video, and I've already demonstrated the lights in another video. The cigarette lighter does not work, and neither does the socket. I don't know why. The element does not get hot, and I tried plugging in my GPS, and that didn't work. So, I guess there's just no power going to the socket. Check the horn. It works great. Just a beautiful car, and I think that pretty much wraps up the interior and the dash. Oh, one more thing. The dash pad is beautiful. There's no cracks, there's no rips, no stains, no tears. Beautiful dash pad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the under chassis of the 69 442. The floor pans and the frame, very nice, shiny, black, and very clean. Gas tank appears to be newer. 12-bolt rear end. Now the rear brakes are power drum, and the rear shocks are adjustable air shocks. Of course, it's got the correct heavy-duty sway bar. And also correct for a 442 are the heavy-duty boxed trailing arms. I mentioned this a little bit ago, but the floor pans are really nice and clean. Nice shiny black. Apologize for the lighting. There might be some glare on this. It looks like some red might be reflecting from my car lift. But rest assured, the floor pans are nice, shiny black, and the red you see is probably reflection from the car lift, which is red. I have not decoded the transmission yet, but I did look at the side cover, and to me it certainly does appear to be a Muncie. It's got the 7 bolts on the side inspection cover, and the reverse shaft is in the tail housing. Of course, a very nice clean oil pan for the 400. Now the front brakes are power disc. Oh, something I was going to point out. It does look like they've installed new lines. That'll be for the gas and the gas return, I assume. And on the other side, a new line for the brakes. That's what I would certainly assume would be. Kind of funny about the power steering. The power steering is all new. And the reason I was told is that the previous owner bought the car and he was told that it had power steering. Got it home, nope, manual steering. So, long story short, new power steering was installed. That pretty much covers the under chassis of the 442. Hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to check out more at gasvillusa.com, and feel free to give me a call or a text at 479-636-7111.